Hi, and welcome to Electric Football. I'm Steve Brown.
I'm Stu Pace.
And unfortunately, once again, the NFL family has lost another important player, or I should say personage. That would be Steve Sabol, who passed away today at age 69.
He's the president of NFL Films, basically invented everything that you're watching film-wise for the NFL. And I don't mean the machines and everything, but he was the inspiration to a lot of the Monday Night Football, a lot of the innovations in the camera work, the technology. Certainly grew up watching the shows This Week in the NFL. I mean, as kids, we didn't see our teams. We watched for those two plays of highlights when we were kids watching This Week in the NFL.
And they married art with football. He was an art major. He also played running back, evidently.
Yep.
His dad's film career started by filming his son's games, and they went on to create a multi-million-dollar industry. As Stuart said, slow motion,
Yep.
miking up the coaches, Hank Stram when they were beating the Vikings in the Super Bowl.
Got to matriculate down the field.
That's all innovations by the Sabols. And it seems like every week we're saying goodbye to somebody, and this week Electric Football would like to say goodbye to Steve Sabol.
Yeah. Sorry to see you go so young, 69 years old.
You made us better fans.
Yeah. Let's stop this now. Let's get into the games. And with that, we're going to review Week 2 in the NFL, and there's a whole emotional shift right there.
But first, Steve is going to scratch.
Okay.
So
the first game that we're going to review is Packers beat the Bears.
I'm a scratchy son of a gun. The Packers beat the Bears. Cutler seems to blame the loss on everybody else but himself. He's blaming it on the offensive lineman. He even bumped one of his offensive linemen, which is causing all sorts of chaos. He's blaming it on the Democrats. He's blaming Obama's policies. But the Packers were just the better team.
Can you say outcoached? I mean, that fake field goal, granted, it looked like there was holding on every single player, but that was a brilliant call to really keep the emotional output for the Green Bay Packers going. That wasn't even a sentence.
They kept the momentum going with that trick play.
That's right.
Those things can either blow up in your face or they can win you a game, and in this case, they won them a game.
Right.
Giants beat the Bucks.
Right.
Hey, Greg Schiano, he's kneeling down. Why don't you hit him when he's standing up throwing for 510 yards?
Okay, fellas, take a knee. Ah! What the heck?
I don't know if we do that in the NFL. Really? You've never watched the end of an NFL game?
We're from Jersey. That's what we do.
Dolphins beat the Raiders. Don't get real emotional, Stu. The Raiders really suck this year.
Walk, DMC, because you couldn't run. Thank you very much, Run DMC. There you go. I don't even know who they are, but that was the gag.
The Texans beat the Jaguars, and I hear Maurice Jones-Drew is reconsidering holding out again.
Houston beat another basement dweller. I mean, they've beaten Miami, and they've beaten the Jaguars. I'd like to see what happens when they start playing some real teams.
There you go. Bengals beat the Browns, and they win Ohio. They're willing to sell it back to you cheaply, though.
Here comes Trent Richardson. They said he's the best back since AP. Maybe he's starting to look like it. Too bad he's with the Browns.
Speaking of the best backs, the Bills beat the Chiefs. And C.J. Spiller, Clemson man, is averaging over 10 yards a carry. Here's an idea. Hand them the ball. Get a first down every time.
Wherefore art thou defense, Romeo? Thank you.
Eagles surprised me and beat the Ravens. Michael Vick has 6 interceptions, I think 3 touchdowns, and the Eagles are 2-0. Somebody up there likes the Eagles.
Here's my Ray Lewis impression. Anyone covering Brent Selleck? Anyone? Anyone? Thank you.
Panthers beat the Saints. If Mr. Vilma wants the haters to hush, they better start winning.
I saw this coming. I said in our preview show way back in August that the Saints are a disorganized team. Yes, Stuart, you prognosticating genius.
I didn't want to give him credit, but that is actually true. Let's see. So we got the Cardinals beating the Patriots, which you did not prognosticate.
No, I didn't.
Proof that we may yet win the war on drugs because anything could happen.
Happy opposite day.
Colts beat the Vikings. No surprise to me. Our defensive backs are terrible. We don't have a secondary. We have a third dairy.
How bad are your Vikings?
That's all I'm going to get is how bad are my Vikings.
That's all I can think of.
Rams beat the Redskins, and Danny Amendola catches 15 passes before the Skins notice that he actually is a player and not a ball boy.
RG 1 and 1.
Nice.
Thank you.
Seahawks beat the Cowboys, and they stole Jerry Jones' hookers after the game.
Marshawn Chop. You have to know Bugs Bunny for that one.
Oh, is that what that was from?
Marshawn Chop.
Yes, I got it now. The Steelers beat the Jets, and I'd like to apologize for all the time that everybody that analyzes the NFL wasted talking about Tim Tebow and his impact on the Jets.
It's always Christmas for Dolphin fans when the Jets lose.
Let's see. Chargers beat the Titans. The Chargers are 2-0 in the most unimpressive 2-0 start you're ever going to see. And note to you fantasy fans, you can drop Chris Johnson now.
Yeah. There was a nice ceremony for Junior Seau before the game. I just wanted to mention that. They brought his whole family out. I believe they retired his number. That was a class act to do it right now.
49ers beat the Lions, and they beat them good. I got to tell you, the 49ers are really impressive this year, especially on the defensive side of things.
Who says defense wins games?
I believe Stewart says that.
I do.
He has that trademarked. And finally, last night, the Falcons beat the Broncos. Peyton was upset that Noshawn Moreno's fumble cost him the chance to tie the record for most interceptions in the first quarter. And here's a little message to Michael Turner. Go out the day after the game, not after a Monday night game.
Peyton? Stu. Retire.
No, it's not that bad yet.
Yeah, it is that bad. I told you in the beginning of the year, he's got wobbly, crappy-looking passes, and that's what he was throwing, these flutterbys.
Looked a lot better at the end of the game. So that is Electric Football's wrap-up for Week 2. We hope you enjoyed all 7 minutes and 18 seconds of it.
That's right. We'll be right back with a preview of Week 3. You know why? Because we're guaranteed to do that.